Welcome to my gameplay of Starfield. This is session number 3, where we will continue with the main storyline. So something that I just want to check is with some of the items that I'm carrying. See if there's anything that is extremely heavy that I can just drop off. So nothing in miscellaneous. Let's take a quick look. Weapons. We don't need 3 of those. We don't need 8 of those. Let's just head back. I'm trying to just see where all of that weight is coming from. We have a whole bunch of things over here as well. Probably get rid of a handful of these things. Potato, milk. Rid of the whiskey, water, milk. We're at 88. Pop cherry. Food paste kits. Can drop that as well. Resources. Component. This item can be used as a component in crafting. It's quite heavy on its own. But let's take a look. A lot of iron that I'm carrying. A lot of silver as well. So it's the resources I've collected. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to find someone to sell it to. Wire. Water, common organic resource. So definitely need to spend a bit of points in being able to carry a bit more. That should be dropped in the ship, so I should be able to pick those up. And take off. So it's Alpha Centauri. That's the research lab that we went to. I'm gonna go and the map. And Alpha Centauri is actually a different system together. Go. Of course. Narian is the first system that we started in at.
Starship Frontier, this is United Colony Security. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. No contraband detected. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Okay, so we're gonna open the map again. And then we wanna go to New Atlantis. I think maybe I just need to go and sell those items.
Allow me to assist in carrying some supplies.
Otherwise it's just gonna probably stay in the ship pockets. Let's go the ship.
Captain, Constellation will be waiting for you. I will accept any and all items.
Right, so we want to switch to line of inventory. Let's see, trade. 7 of those. Space suits. There's one, almost the mass of 2. That's 4.3. A lot of weights can come off those. Okay, so it will make
Your
me
memory
walk a
is
bit faster.
uncanny.
And here's your new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship, and you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo.
Okay. So do some repairs. So we can actually modify our ship at this stage.
The Trade Authority runs a vending kiosk next to my booth. It's just off to the side, near the ramp. Besides that, Jemison Mercantile is your closest shop if you're looking for a bit of everything. That's further in, past the security checkpoint.
Okay, so I can use the kiosk on the right.
I would try the viewport. It'll be on your left, once you get into the plaza.
Alright, so let's do the
Looks to me like
repairs.
you're already in pretty good shape.
Nice. Yeah.
Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
I doubt that he will have any ships that I can afford at this stage. Let's start with weapons. So those are the favorites. We'll drop that one. Coachman, what's the so that's the pistol that I have. So we'll leave ammo, spacesuits. So I'm just gonna keep on using the one that I'm currently using. Boosting pack. Look at that one. I actually need to.
The Lodge is here in the city. I am relieved you have given up on carrying everything yourself.
Let's go. Go grab everything from you. So we actually don't want to go back to that one. Coming energy damage. I will keep the one that we have. Take that. too much about that.
Your spinal health will be compromised by carrying so many items.
Oh, I actually purchased instead of sold or selling anything. Oh goodness. Let's sell all of those. Maelstrom. The rescue axe as well. We'll equip that. Space suits. We'll sell those. Apparel. So I'm just gonna sort of clear my inventory because we do pick up quite a lot of items as we go. Throwables, first aid notes, resources. Keep the digipicks. Sculpture 2.2 mass. We'll keep the wire spool. The digipicks. I think for this, I'll keep 10. Anything else? Same with silver. A lot of. I think that should be okay for now. Look at the inventory. And under weapons, I map that one as well. Okay, so now we'll proceed and take a look at this place.
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible. For you, Bobby, that includes meeting your new foster parent.
My parents aren't dead. They just took a different shuttle. I'll see them when they get here.
Oh, well, of course, that's sure possible. We'll just...
Helena Chambers, ID SSCOM 1327 HCHA. I was the station administrator. I'll need to report to MAST ASAP for a full debrief. My treatment thus far has been entirely unacceptable.
Any authority you had was forfeit the moment House Varun zealots breached the station's perimeter, and you failed to initiate proper evacuation protocols. Thank you for your service. We'll find you a new position commensurate with your experience. And Mr. Bosch, let me just say how honored I am to meet you. By all accounts, you're the only reason anyone made it out of there alive.
Well, just glad I still remembered my flight basics. It had been a while. So was shooting a gun.
I read all about New Atlantis. So cool! Is it true the Nat train goes 5,000 miles an hour? Or that citizens get special discounts? Or that the whole city celebrates when it's your birthday? Mine's June 11th, by the way. My parents took me to Aquila City last year. It kinda smelled. But I don't smell anything here.
No, yes, no, and I will certainly mark June 11th on my calendar. As for Aquila City, well, the air purifiers here in New Atlantis are state-of-the-art.
Ugh, Aquila City? Oh, don't even get me started on those simpletons.
A little unfair, don't you think? Freestar Rangers helped me out quite a bit a couple years back. Got ambushed by spacers near Narion. They assisted, no questions asked. Even helped with some repairs so I could do an emergency jump home. Good people.
In any event, you all must be exhausted. Just give me a moment to coordinate some details with security.
Does that woman have any idea who I am? What? No, just, go away.
You see that scientist out in front of mast, staring at the trees? Sounds upset. Whatever it is, it can't be that bad, right?
A lot of stories that you can listen to.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
There are the checkpoints. Hotel and shopping. The Atlantis Transit. UCC. Another colony security and safety. They're on the right.
Now bounding.
Coffee shop.
Although I have attempted an analysis several times, I simply cannot quantify humans' addiction to caffeine.
Buddy, it's coffee. Pick one, get out of the way, and let us get on with our lives.
Yeah, sorry. Sure. Yes. What?
At this rate, I won't even...
They're a brew classic.
The collection.
Well, that's cool. This place. Looks like a clothing store.
It takes a strong mind and a good eye to sell art.
Hi there.
Art.
Thanks for stopping in. Feel free to look around. I can take care of transactions, and if you've got questions, just ask. Oh, please, take a look.
Good. Selling weapons, spacesuits. Crew.
Thanks. It's hard work, but it all pays off in the end. And I can't take all the credit. Gerhardt, my business partner, he does so much of the work behind the scenes. If it weren't for him, I don't know where we'd be now. Appreciate the business.
Alright, so this is likely the trader that the other guy mentioned. Another entrance over there. Merchant hub. Viewports. So this is where we can find crew members. So I'm not gonna do that just yet. I'll just progress with the story a little bit before we get into that. Steal from. I want to do that.
This is New Atlantis Transit, or the NAT. It provides free transportation throughout the city. We can take it directly to the Mast District.
Atlantis information. Bank. Midbay. So we'll eventually get the lay of the land. But this is quite cool. Just take a quick peek here on the left. See if I missed an entrance on this side. So this looks like one of the factions or groups that you can join. I just want to take a look around this corner. So there's nothing around there, and that's just all of the landing pads. Check, do I have any skill points? Controls. See the control layouts. Bindings. Let's activate. Reload. Sheath weapon. Power. And scanner flashlights. That's what I was looking for. And creatures, minerals, and plants. Each unique item. Scan triggers. I saw this in some of the previews of the game. You know, the key bindings. To scan something. Control. So we'll start using that when we go to planets again. The Mast District is where our main mission will take us. Do that.
One day, I'm gonna leave New Atlantis for good.
What's this? It's an information terminal. Station.
I have a feeling today's going to be a great day. Don't you agree? Oh, hi there. I'm doing great. How about you? Glad to hear it. Yeah, life is good, isn't it? I've been trying to save up enough money so that I can go explore the settled systems with my boyfriend, Tony. I think we're finally getting close. Tony and I want to see what else is out there. I love my job, but there has to be more to life than just being a janitor in New Atlantis. What about you? Have you gone on any adventures? That's amazing. I'm so jealous. One day you'll have to tell me and Tony all about them, okay? Well, that depends. Are you a foodie or a shopper? You should check out the commercial district. There's some cool shops there. And if you want a whole new look, there's even an enhance. Really? Well, I guess you're right. I'm feeling a bit run down. I really love my job, but it's hard work and long hours. I could definitely use a Terracino from Terra Brew right now. Really? That's so sweet. I really appreciate it.
Actually,
Take care.
let's see if we can do that. So that is at the spaceport. The coffee shop is just up here to the right. Curious to see what happens if we do that.
Hi there.
Assume it would be this one. There's a Terra Brew. What is it in the missions log? So we have activities. It falls under activities. So random one, talk to the scientist by the tree. Scientist by the tree. There's a couple of trees. We can come back for that one. back to the Mass District.
I wonder if I'll miss New Atlantis. I'm so excited to see Tony after work. Oh, thank you so much. Soon I'll be coursing with bountiful energy. I'll be the most enthusiastic janitor in New Atlantis. Here, take this. I found it while I was cleaning. I figured you might find a use for it. Thanks again. I really appreciate it.
Made pack.
Take care of yourself.
But you can get a few bits and pieces here from doing activities like this.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
We just need to convince her that President Abayo isn't the same as her predecessors, and that an adversarial use is a thing of the past.
Now this is a...
The tracker's target. This newest spate of violence has renewed the call for stricter regulation of the Trackers Alliance. The Alliance released a
I could refer to any of these trees. Quick round. Don't see anyone like a scientist. Maybe this guy. Sort of looks like one.
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this. Yes, concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance? Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me? Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
So, go to missions again. Locate the biosensors. So I see 4 on the map. I'll go and collect them.
We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity, and always has been.
So there's 2 over there. So I'll go to the one on the left first. I might need 2. like a medical center. One in this direction. Not paying much attention to where I'm at right now. I'll familiarize myself with the area soon enough. Based on that, I know the resident district, so you can technically walk between the districts.
Always something with you.
Last one was back in this direction, so I'm not gonna take the train for this.
The well's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed.
Run around this.
That impressive building is MAST, the Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. It stands as a symbol of the United Colonies.
United Colonies Navy?
I do.
So we actually need to travel the train to get to the other sensor. The commercial district. And it's up there.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
Another Terror Brew down there. Goldberg. Am I going to this person?
Hey, are you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me? Okay, well, if I see any of those, I'll tell you. And you can tell me if you find any eggs. Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits. I wish I could go with you on your ship, but I'm not old enough.
That kid sold sensors. Eggs.
Enhances my favorite faces.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere?
privilege to be able to work for the UC government.
Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on schedule soon. You mean besides providing a pleasant face for customers to interact with? It's all in the name. We distribute materials and products all around the United Colonies. Never a dull moment. Always something going on, and 4 other things we need to be ready for. I know some people don't believe it, but we really do the best we can. Wouldn't still be working here if I didn't care. Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found. Trying to get credits. Yeah, I took pity on him. Why, what is it? Oh, really? Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we? Pleasure doing business with you. Back to it then.
What?
So we're gonna head back towards the scientist.
I missed our Bobby so much.
Any luck tracking? If it isn't my favorite, almost a lab assistant. What can I do for you? So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us. All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment. And just another moment. It is working, isn't it? Ah, there it is. Relief. Now, let's see. This is... well, it's... oh my. It's a good thing you brought the biosensors to me when you did. Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to MAST immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once. Yes, it does feel good to be right. Particularly when others have attempted to convince you otherwise. Repeatedly. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be Disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in MAST at once. Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
Thousands. So paid. Checking on Falcon later. Okay. Paid 100 credits to get that item or get that center, and then he paid 1,900 back, which is cool. He grows in Landis. You can check in on him later as well. That's when we have more scan data available. Investigate brownouts in the well. Okay, so we'll get back to doing activities. I do like those. Find Brian kiosk nearby. Apply for the job. Let's continue with the main story quest. Complete that one small step storyline. There's quite a lot to do in this game. You'll probably see that I have no rush in completing the game at all. Do a few activities here and there, and then progress the story every now and then.
Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside. Captain, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Ridiculous. Easiest bet I'll ever win. You think what I'm suggesting is so outlandish? All the phenomenon we see out. We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't?
Why don't you start telling me what Constellation is?
I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. She's here, with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything? Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
There. Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. Honestly, country, you expect us to believe in fairy tales.
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
That's it. Just like the others. And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Godric?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting, now would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours? Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal. Another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now. We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us. You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Right, so that was the end of that first mission. On to our second mission, which is the old neighborhood. Okay. Here we can see Constellation backpack. It's 20 carry pack capacity. Give it a try. That means slightly less carry capacity, as you can always switch back. I have 2 skill points. We do have booster pack training. Boost jump 10 times while in combat. Can I utilize thrusters? Science, geology, medicine, no. Social, commerce. Lift. Physical. I think weightlifting. But I want to. Best one is skill pointing. I can do wellness as well. Right, so we want to just talk with...
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you, Captain. Now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research.
Not an outpost on a planet. It's one of the activities.
The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment. The scan booster is the most obvious, as it will enable you to detect landmarks and other points of interest from further away. Beyond that, extractors will allow you to collect raw materials of various types, while fabricators enable the manufacturing. A particularly prosperous outpost may even warrant the construction of cargo links, allowing you to share resources between other outposts you have built. A planetary scan will reveal the presence of key inorganic resources, although rarer elements will be harder to find without training. And while a scan may detect the presence of life on a planet, you will have to analyze the native plants and animals yourself to know what compounds they produce. The blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo. My primary function has been to support and protect Barrett during his travels. I am currently unable to do so. That is as capable as I can be of missing anyone. I believe Barrett would find your question amusing. As per Protocol Indigo, which Barrett invoked on Vectera, your identity has been successfully added to the list of humans considered essential and/or valuable. There is no cause for concern, Captain. I am and will remain at your service. I arrived along with many material goods purchased by the group's previous chair, Malcolm Livingstone. Despite several significant system replacements and upgrades, I have been online for 43 years.
Yeah. Scene on the right-hand side.
Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us.
Right, so this character doesn't have that, but with Vasco on the right-hand side, it showed multiple traits that he have. Which is cool.
Second one was on Kazal, buried the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust? I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but you know, if the label fits. That sure lines up with everything else about these artifacts. It's all connected. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts. Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation. Take care of yourself.
That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us. Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon. He did. At the time, well, it's Barrett. We weren't sure if he was kidding around. Clearly, he wasn't. There might be a reasonable explanation. I wasn't there. I didn't see what you saw. I'm just not in a position to say for sure. That's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right? Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this. Of course, there's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
Another activity. Nice.
Oh, gosh. No, I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us. Well, right now, nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition, I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're gonna be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands. There's a galaxy chock full of resources. The more data I have, the more thorough an analysis I can do. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep. Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour.
So, Noel, Constellation living up to your expectations?
It's a dream come true, Sarah.
Lately, I find myself spending more and more time here. Business has appealed to me, but this is exciting.
There are days.
Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line. Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett, not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard. By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need. Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here. Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you? Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar, in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years. We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days. Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the Lodge home, as much as anywhere else. Goodbye.
Yes, I think I have spoken to everyone here.
We've always considered ourselves explorers, but this really is uncharted territory, isn't it? Okay, let's take a look.
Alright, so we do have stuff. So we'll just sell all of this. We'll collect more as we go.
Stay safe, okay?
Hello there, Vasco.
Greetings, Walter Stroud. How may I assist you?
Explore the
I
area a
don't need
little bit, just to see what's
checking in,
around
seeing
here.
how you're doing.
At present, all systems are functioning well within established.
It's downstairs. Okay. Weapon workbench. Spacesuit workbench. Industrial workbench. Those are just tools. Tools are there. Back. Pharmaceutical lab. Cooking station. That's the mission board. Okay, so apart from just the activities that appear when we interact with people in the environment, or even the environment itself, we can get extra missions. So it's like a survey mission, and then the other three are explore missions. Alright, so we're gonna... Oh, actually, let's see if we can accept all of them. Locate amphibious foothold. Kuntibu. Locates the planet and the Kunibu system. This may require surveying multiple planets within the system. Mission to locate the planet is most challenging survey missions. We're looking for an explorer to locate a planet chart ecosystem. So we'll just go ahead and register these. We can pick them as we upgrades to the game. All 4 of them are registered now. Okay, so let's see what's here on the left. Crap. You see that we can interact with the restroom. This goes even further. Before I go through there, let's just look at this. Advanced full master lockpicking required. Open that. Okay, so that's over here. Nothing else. What's in here? We have something to do with a well. So there's a couple of things we can do inside as well. Investigate brownouts in the well. Do vaguely recall that, so where that takes us. Does it refer to this well? We can come back for that mission. This looks interesting. I know at least where an entrance to the well is. We'll go and do that activity as soon as we're done over here. Check down here. Yes. What's upstairs? There's a couple of credit sticks here. Back out to the hole. This one actually goes on for quite a while. Nothing here. So let's keep that one open. Check here on that light.
Sarah's the best possible person to be running Constellation at a time like this. Focused, no nonsense, and dedicated.
Another cooking station. That also goes back. Where this goes. Okay, this place is actually big. So if we explore that room, look in this. This pharmaceutical lab goes into the hole again. That room, so we're just gonna do this one. Deck of cards. This room over here. Storage. Desktop digiframe. Oh, there's chests over here. Accessible. The cleaning room. The boardroom. Alright, let's head back. I have a rough idea of what we have up here. I think there's one door on the left. I might want to check out as well. And that leads outside. This looks really cool outside. At night. Locked with lodge key, so I probably got the lodge key when I joined.
Feel free to help yourself at the bar. I don't drink, but I feel like if I did, now would be a good time for one.
It's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir went to live on the island.
Okay, so we're just gonna change the activity back to old neighborhood.
Hi, full time.
Yeah, what is it? So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
Like I said, I didn't have asked these questions
We're
to her.
explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel. I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways. Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do. I understand. You've been through a lot. Just let me know when.
I am at your service, Captain.
Alright, so I assume one of these rooms would be my room. There's one that I've seen. What is that? One that I've seen with safe in it. I reckon that's very likely my room. That I've seen it somewhere. No. So that's the boardroom. What happens if I try to? So I can sleep in any bed. Where have I seen this safe? It probably doesn't matter too much either. Out to New Atlantis. I'm actually going to pause the session here and carry on in the next one when I play again.
I hope Barrett makes it back to us. I know he gets into trouble all the time, and everyone just sort of accepts he'll be fine, but still.
Alright, so I'm gonna call it a session here. Thank you for watching.